Hello everybody and welcome to another SC2 cast. My name is Paul, casting for you today game number 3 of the Grand Finals NASL North American Star League. We have here playing today as the Red Protoss spawning on the bottom side of the map, the Kratos Protoss himself, oGsMC looking to become Obamatoss, but things aren't looking good, being down 0-2 to his opponent, spawning on the top side, the Yellow Terran, TSLPuma. Like I said, TSLPuma up 2-0 right now in two commanding games on Metalopolis and Shadow Temple, which were actually pretty much identical games in terms of unit composition and beautiful Ghost EMPs winning the game. But what really won the game last game for TSLPuma was the fact that he was able to take out that Twilight Council when Zealot Charge was 99% done. That really won them the game for him. Opened up a huge timing window, like 4 to 5 minutes, where he could just push MC in with EMPs and win the game, and he did. So TSLPuma up 2-0. Very unexpected from our Kratos Protoss MC, who is just so good. I mean, TSLPuma, don't get me wrong, he's good. But oGsMC has 2 GSL titles. He knows how to play in these situations. TSLPuma usually gets really nervous when he's on stage. He hasn't had a lot of stage experience. The last thing, I mean, he's not even qualified for the GSL yet. The last thing he played in was the GSTL under the ID TSL Gentleman. They really need to do something about that. Korean players keep changing their name. Pult Prime, of course, changing to Optimus. TSLPuma changed to Gentleman at some point there. But that's for another discussion. Let's get back to this game. MC scouting Puma. He saw, what did he see? Let's see. Saw 1 Rax and 1 gas. Doesn't really tell him too much until he sees this reactor here. This reactor is what identifies a 2 Rax expand. It will be, which is what Puma's probably going to be doing here. Reactor on the first barracks, Tech Lab on the second, 5 Marines, Marauder, and a quick upgrade into expand. That's the build. And I don't know if MC knows that quite yet. Like I said, he only sees 1 Rax, 1 gas. He didn't see a second gas, so he knows. He also didn't see a factory, so there's probably no Banshee or anything like that. But oGsMC, this very interestingly, continuing his Stargate play. We saw him use it in the last couple games. Actually, quite effectively. Phoenixes, just map control, killing off mules, stopping dropships. And I wonder if we're going to see that from him again. And not an issue at all. That's not what's losing him the game. What's losing him the game is his refusal to go into Colossus tech. Even when there's ghosts out, that's EMPing everything. That's the core of his army, which is Sentries and Archons and Templar. But this is a 1-base Stargate into 3-gate build here, so there is a Void Ray out. That's exactly what I expected because he hasn't expanded yet. So this will be what he's going to try to do is pressure TSLPuma at his base with the Void Ray, which gives the vision up the ramp. He's going to have a bunch of sentries as well, force fielding. Basically just delaying TSLPuma's expansion if he can't win the game. But Puma actually pushing out a little bit here with his Force 2 Marauders and 10 Marines or so. But with Sentry, Force Field, nice Force Field. Shouldn't be a problem stopping this attack here from oGsMC. Just needs to make sure he keeps that Force Field up. And trapping even 2 Marauders there in the front. Puma just taking huge losses here, but he does take out 1 Sentry. That is a good win for him. But with these warp gates here, I don't expect this attack to be very successful here, and MC does deflect this attack here. And guys, that wasn't a weak attack by Puma. It wasn't poorly timed. No, it was none of that. In fact, if MC had expanded instead of gone into one gate, into one base, a 3-gate play, that could have been quite devastating. In some games, it actually ends the game, that push. Although rare, but it does sometimes end the game if the Protoss isn't micro well. But here comes the 2 Void Rays here. That's even actually more than what we usually see from players. And takes out that bunker before it's built. Now charging up on the supply depots, and this is one of the downfalls of building a wall at your ramp as a Terran. There's nothing you can do against these Void Rays until all these buildings are dead. Now you've got 2 fully charged Void Rays. That's basically just going to kill everything, and all the gateway units here to spot. So TSLPuma already losing a barracks, losing a supply depot, losing 2 supply depots, might even lose this reactor here. MC really should come in and push this bunker here, but it looks like he's just going to stay on the edge here, poke away at the expand, and I like this. I mean, he killed 2 barracks, he killed a barracks, 2 supply depots, and he's not rushing up the ramp to try to end the game. No, he doesn't need to. He's ahead now. He's killed 2 supply depots and a barracks. He's expanding off the back of this pressure while delaying TSLPuma's expand. But slightly poor micro by oGsMC there. He absolutely did not need to lose that Void Ray, but he did. A nice move by TSLPuma that really helps out a lot. With that second Void Ray, MC actually could probably win the game, but now with only 1 Void Ray, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But like I said, this move is really just a soft contain. It stops the expansion from going up, even though the command center is built. He took out 2 supply depots, a barracks, and he's expanding freely behind it. Now his expansion's up. It's mining, whereas Puma's isn't even out at his natural yet. He's spending a lot of money on these bunkers trying to defend. He's lost barracks, 2 supply depots. He's got to build more supply depots. So this attack here, very successful by oGsMC, and I love how he's not being aggressive. He's just sitting outside his base, doing a soft contain here. With these sentries here, going to be very annoying for TSLPuma to try to get out of his base to set up his natural expansion, because these sentries can just force field this ramp here continually. For those of you who don't know, 6 sentries can continually force field. 6 sentries just spawn can continually force field a ramp. It takes 6 force fields for 1 sentry to regenerate enough energy to cast another force field. So, but anyways, MC actually even decides to turn around, doesn't even try to force field. I've seen players force field the ramp over and over, just basically absolutely containing the Terran. They can't even get out to their natural. There's nothing they can do other than drop ships, and once you're prepared for that, you basically win the game. But MC pulling back. That's okay too, guys. I mean, his expansion is up a few minutes already before Puma's is. And I mean, he's just really far ahead now, killing those buildings. He really didn't lose any units. Let's look at the resources lost. Puma up to 1,800 resources, whereas MC 1,150, and MC was expanding and teching behind all this. I mean, he's building his Twilight Council now. He's transitioning. Looks like into gateway units with that Twilight Council. Got to get that Zealot charge up. Like I said, a very important upgrade in PvT. And there's a small drop here. TSLPuma looking to even the playing field here, turn the tide around a little bit. And he's got a big army pushing out in the middle here. And beautiful force field stops a lot of Marines in the